What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another unboxing video brought to you by Bearded Kaiju's Unboxing Reviews. If you guys like the channel, hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, share with anybody you think they like the content of the channel. Also, hit that bell notification so you're notified when videos drop like this one. We are back for another unboxing and review, and this one is actually going to be a throwback. I've had this figure for many, many years now, and this has been released for many, many years. And I've just never been able to get a review out for this guy. So just kind of wanted to do something like that and kind of start showcasing a lot of my older figures that I had gotten way before I had ever started this channel. So I've just kind of been looking around the room and just kind of wanting to pick out some here and there to kind of sprinkle in with a lot of the new stuff that I've gotten recently, and show that spotlight to some of these older figures that has been around for a while, but now attention has been brought to them as of late because they are older figures. So, and with me getting late on the YouTube channel starting situation, streaming, whatever you want to call it, I just kind of want to start getting some of these reviews in there with my new stuff. So with that, let's get into today's unboxing and review. All right, as you guys can see, I'm starting with a big Chungus. This is a oldie but a goodie for sure. I am talking about the second release in the Gigantic series line from X Plus, the Gigantic Burning Godzilla 1995 from Godzilla vs. Destroya. This guy is just massive, massive beyond belief. But I wanted to show off the box as I do, because I am a box collector as a figure collector. I just love boxes. A lot of them are just really unique in their own way. And just to me, it just adds value to all of my figures and any figure, honestly, out there. And that's just kind of my personal opinion. But I just love collecting the whole kit and caboodle, the figure, the box. I mean, header, anything that kind of comes with said figure, I want the whole thing. So but yeah, so this is, like I said, the second release of the Gigantic Burning Godzilla. As you can see, a lot of the Gigantics, which they still continue to do nowadays, is that they don't do anything special with the box. It is just a black print stamped on the box, and that's kind of what you get. They've never really changed that kind of vision for what they do for the Xbox boxes, probably just because it just takes a lot of time and money to produce them. They didn't want to do anything special with the boxes, so they just kind of stamped this thing on there, and that's about it. And this, like I said, this is a huge box. As you can see, I can't even fit it in frame, but this is just the standard edition of the Gigantic Burning Godzilla. So other than that, not much to talk about here. Let's get right into the figure, because that is the meat and potatoes. Honestly, that's the thing that we're here to talk about. So with that, let's get right into the figure. All right, guys, here he is. He is so massive that I can't even get him in the frame. I got nowhere to put him. But nonetheless, here he is, the Gigantic Burning Godzilla 1995, not the 2019 Burning, the original Burning Godzilla. Like I said, this thing is just massive. He is absolutely beautiful. Everything about this is just top notch. It really, really is. This is I believe my second or third um, X Plus Gigantic that I ever got, because I had gotten the GMK and the 62, and I think this is the next one. I didn't get this one on initial release because I just at the time didn't have any money and whatnot. So, and these things, I was early on into my collecting journey. I was only collecting X Plus for very, very short time, and just kind of had to learn how to collect X Plus, honestly. Because it's just not like where you just kind of drop a whole bunch of money and you're okay, unless you're financially okay, you can do that. But some people have to budget differently and manage their money. And I just started getting into X Plus, and I didn't know how to go about buying this stuff or making sure I could buy this stuff along with, being an adult and taking care of all my other bills and everything. So uh, it was a learning curve for sure, but I definitely got this finally in the collection. I believe 3 years after it was finally released. I bought it from another collector and got a good deal, I think, and finally got into the collection. So, but as you guys can see, like I said, the whole thing is just absolutely massive. It's amazing. The tail length is just crazy. He's got one of the longest tails. Before Shin Godzilla, he had the longest tail. But then when Shin came out, I mean, he's the king of the tail for sure. Um, yeah, then you have the translucent spines that go all the way down his back. Just really, really awesome. The details is just phenomenal. I love the translucency of this. And this is their early stages of like translucency vinyl. They've definitely gotten better at it as time has gone on. As to me personally, that's how I feel. Um, so yeah, it's come a long ways, honestly. But they did such a great job at the time of this release. So, but I'll swing him around here. Oh, get his tail. That's knocking me out. But as you can see, the burning patches, that is translucent vinyl. You can kind of see it kind of move a little bit in the camera. When you shine light on it, you can see it kind of go through, especially the spines. But it's just absolutely well done. It is really great. It's such a dynamic pose. Also, he's just ready, just fierce look to him, just roaring as an attack, to any opponent or whatever that's in front of him. It's just very fierce pose and menacing kind of pose. But I will say, I don't think it's accurate as a sculpt. They did go a little stylized with this, but honestly, I don't think it was a personal choice to go stylized. I think it's just because of based on the artist who actually sculpted this. That's their style. That's kind of what they go towards, and that's what they're known for. The sculptor was Ryu Oriyama. I believe I said that correctly. He's done a lot of work for like Acro. If you guys know about Acro, they've done a lot of Ultra Kaiju, but they've done a different spin on those Ultra Kaiju where they do very radical changes with their looks, their proportions, anything, their colors, anything about that Ultra Kaiju that you kind of know. Completely changed it to something that was more real, more grotesque kind of look to it, and very stylized. So he's known for that. So that's kind of how you get that look from this Burning Godzilla, is that kind of style. So like I said, it's not suit accurate because the face, especially the face is the biggest thing that is stylized in the overall sculpt. I'll make sure this is on him and not me. As you can see, his face is very, very fierce. Like I said, it does look really, really cool, but just not suit accurate. They just exaggerated the eyes and the brows, the mouth, the snout, everything kind of about it. Just kind of put it over the top to get a different kind of look for the figure itself. And this is the original release of the Burning Godzilla. He did get several different releases later on. This release actually came out in 2014 when he first came out. Then have, like I said, multiple releases after that. Right after that, and I believe 2016, they had a 999-degree version where what they did with that version is the orange spots that you see on him, they just exaggerated that and made it spread a little bit more, because as you know in the movie, when he hit that mark or around that mark, that was supposed to be his meltdown. So they made that kind of a special release, and I think it was a San Diego kind of Comic-Con exclusive, where you could only get that release. And the oranges on his patches weren't as believable. I think they went really, really orange with that release, unlike this one where it looks more natural and more um, movie accurate, where you can kind of see it. It's more believable of the burning patches coming through his skin. They went a brighter orange to it, and maybe that's just because his temperature was um, dangerously high and he was to that max point. Maybe that's why the oranges changed. Plus, the spines changed too, where they were orange, but the tips of the spines were actually turning more of a white. So they're starting to melt the bone, or the bone was starting to come through. So that's the difference with that one. And then after that, they released a kit version where you could actually get this as a model kit. I believe there was two versions of it. I think there was a vinyl version, and then there was a resin version, which is very hard to see and find. A lot of collectors, kit builders go after that one, try to find that one, because that's kind of a holy grail for a lot of collectors in that aspect. And then later on, they released another version of the gigantic burning with him fighting the Super X3. With that version, they made it different where you got to see some of the freezing elements that was going on with the Super X when he was attacking Godzilla, when they were trying to freeze him and cool him down so he wouldn't explode in the film. So on like his shoulder, on his abdomen, there was white spots where Super X was shooting him with the cadmium missiles and starting to freeze him. And then you also, as a Rick extra, you got to have a Super X3 with that version. So a very unique version, something that we don't see basically at all, is where the Super X is actually trying to stop Godzilla from exploding, and you get the white spots where they're trying to cool him down. Was a very unique release, and I thought it was really cool because we got a Super X3 with that release. Unfortunately, that was the only time you could ever get that Super X3, so you had to get the whole figure. And then later on in 2023, we got another release of this particular figure, but this time they actually did it with a more translucent vinyl, where I don't know if it was all translucent as a figure or if they did this patches like they've done here. But they're, like I stated before, their translucency vinyl has upgraded since their earlier stages of uh, X Plus forming. Their translucent vinyl has just been so good, and literally when you move it around it looks like it's moving when you move the said figure, and it's really cool. They've done that with like the 30 centimeter burning Godzilla, just really great stuff, and it looks great. So they reissued this guy with up-to-date vinyl that was translucent, and it looks really cool. Very similar to this one with the burning spots and the spines. Everything is very similar. It's just that they did a updated version of that translucent vinyl. So, and with, like I stated, this is the standard release, and with the Rick exclusive of this guy when he first came out, really cool that you got an oxygen destroyer with a nameplate of the film Godzilla vs. Destroyer, and it was kind of sitting in like some mud, like under the water, kind of like 54, where it was just kind of just a really cool kind of like a remembrance or a throwback to 54, because this is the first time in this film that they brought back or mentioned the oxygen destroyer once again. Because they mentioned Dr. Serizawa, Oxygen Destroyer, the events of beating the first Godzilla, all that stuff, was referenced in this film, and so it was really cool that they brought that back in the film, and then with the Rick exclusive, made that a really cool extra that you could only get if you bought it from the Rick site. So really cool, really well done, and that just kind of goes hand in hand with Burning Godzilla. A lot of times when you talk about Burning Godzilla, a lot of companies include the oxygen destroyer or some kind of nature of that, along with 54. Kind of seems like those two suits are entwined with that object all the time, just because those two films talked about it and really related hard to it, because those two films a lot surrounded that particular weapon in some way. This thing, like I said, is absolutely amazing. As you can see, he is big chungus to the max. Just absolutely everything about it is really, really cool. Really glad I got this in the collection and finally showing it off after all this time. Way overdue. I'm late to the party, I know, but just had to get this out there and show everybody kind of what he looks like, just to kind of get a refresher on what this figure looks like, if people forgot about him and everything through the years. So give you a kind of a 360 here. I love the tail curl at the end, but it is straight out. So this guy is a shelf hog. So you really have to angle him because it just goes straight back. So not a lot of love for shelves with this guy. So make sure you have room. But yeah, just this thing is just over the head, amazing in every way. So one of their better ones, I think, from X Plus's gigantic Lang, honestly. So, but yeah, it's a great figure. If anybody has a chance to get this, I highly recommend it. Nowadays, it's really hard to get these guys. They're become scarcer. Who knows? Maybe we'll get another release down the years, down the road, and maybe we'll get a fifth release of this guy. And maybe people have a chance to get him, because honestly, I thought that about the Shin Godzilla, and I thought I would never get the gigantic Shin Godzilla. And finally, on the 6th release, I was finally able to get one. So never say never if you are on the lookout for this guy. So yeah, he's definitely not cheap. He's kind of more on the pricey side for the gigantics, just because he's very sought after. He's one of the more popular Godzilla suits. And just the figure itself is just absolutely amazing. So, I mean, look at this face. I'll give you a close up here. I mean, that face is just ridiculous. Whoa. So, yeah, this detail is awesome. It's crisp. Everything just looks amazing in it. So, definitely going to go wrong with this guy. But, yeah, that's it for me, I think. I think now it's my score, honestly. Been doing this rating score system for my figures and my reviews as of late, and I think that's kind of fun. Just kind of give you an overall what you think, or I think this is, and you guys can always give me your own scores in the comments of the video. But I'm going to go with out of 10, I'm going to go with a 8.75 out of 10. So very high rating for me. I don't think there's been very many that have hit over a 9, honestly, maybe like 1. So yeah, if you're on the high 8s to 9s, that's really good. I don't know if we'll ever get a 10, but we will see. We will see. So yeah, 8.75 is my ratings. Great figure, big chungus. Can't go wrong with them. So all right, guys, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment in the video. Let me know what your guys' score is, what you guys think of this guy overall, and if you have him or if you're on the hunt for him. I would love to know. Just remember, at 1,000 subscribers, I'm doing my next giveaway. We're almost there. I think we're only like 50 away, honestly, which is mind-blowing, honestly. It's been a journey. So hopefully within the next couple of months, maybe we'll be doing my next giveaway. I'm giving away a free X Plus Rick, the Rick edition of the Godzilla 1984 Cybot. I'm also giving away some Godzilla canvas prints from the Ichiban Kuji giveaway. And then a friend of the channel, Zergio Trejo, has graciously donated some effects for articulated figures from like your Monster Arts, your Haya figures, maybe Super 7, whatever, you can use them to add extra effects to your figures. So that was really cool and really nice of him. So, and I'll leave a link to his Facebook page in the description of this video to check out his work. So with that, I am out of here. Thank you all for watching. Also, remember, if you want more kaiju news, more madness, check me out over at Monsters with Attitude. We have a lot of fun over there. We do interviews, monthly shows, weekly shows about Godzilla, even anime, wrestling, whatever we kind of feel like we need to talk about, we're going to talk about it. So check me out over there also. But yeah, that's it. Thank you all for watching. Until next time. Later.